salt and pepper. Is it back there?
Myrtle Sue, pretend like you're on a cooking show.
I'm not a cooking show.
Yeah, you are. You're on a cooking show, so this is your chance to shine, and then we can put it on YouTube. And
Yeah, you will.
yeah,
Is that enough or something?
you're not doing any measurements. You're just doing a dash of this and a dash of that.
Pile it in there. Well, I don't have anything to measure it with. I just have to use my hands. I use biscuit, but she don't have it.
It's that stuff drives me crazy. I'm like, oh. Okay.
I told her to pretend like she's on a cooking show, but she's not. You're getting the.
We're getting a tutorial. Myrtle Sue.
It's kind of a quiet cooking show.
Get the hair.
You better, don't you know how to make gravy?
You have her on there.
Yeah. Why not? At least your boys would watch it.
Use the shape and do it.
Yeah. Your boys and his friends would at least have a bunch of views on it. Put it on top. Yeah. Why do you have it in
I
the?
may have to put some more of that sausage in here. That sausage, they probably won't eat it.
Why do you got this?
That's milk.
Why is it in a bowl?
Well, you gotta wait till it browns. You gotta brown it.
Brown.
You want brown gravy or?
Oh, you're pouring that in here?
No, it ain't that in here. The milk's in here. It's gotta brown.
But you pour it this amount in the jar first, and then pour it in there. Okay.
Pour it out the jug in the bowl.
In there?
I asked her, I said, there's not a bunch of boys here. They're not going to eat a big bowl of gravy.
I just never seen them do it in the milk in the jar, in the bowl before, but.
But I try to pour it up to see how
To
much.
see how much you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Janie.
Well, I'd never. That step I missed.
Well, all you do is just pour it out of the bowl and pour it out of the jug in the bowl. Because I got a smaller bowl, and she said, that's not big enough. I said, well, there's not boys here. They're not going to eat a lot of
Well,
gravy.
we might eat a lot of gravy.
Hey, we can. Then we run out. We could ask this one. She knows how to make a pea gravy. Oh, that's right. Did your gravy taste good, but you made enough for 50 people?
Yeah, it's a little bit grainy. Like, I don't know what you do to not make it so grainy.
See, that makes it thicken a little bit. And I see, I may not have had a, I'm used to using biscuit. It thickens better.
Can you always add more flour, or once you have all
you
this
can
milk?
add, that's why
Oh.
I'm trying to get it thick. 'Cause
Yeah, but you were really just
you
trying.
pour all the milk in there. Sometimes it can get real thick.
Yeah.
Just play with it. And that gas heat, I don't know. Let me turn it up a little bit. I have to get used to it.
To the oven. Yeah, your
Yeah.
ovens too. Get used to your ovens that are different.
Her oven cooks slow. That's why I told her she better put her biscuits in
Oh,
there. I
yeah?
cook with that thing out here, and I can cook.
Do you make those biscuits at home? Like, are they pretty good to just put one or two in the oven,
I
and then
can-
you can make a sandwich and?
Yeah, I cook. I have a little oven. I cook my biscuits in. A little bit of
And you do those grands, frozen
Yes, I
ones?
get them.
Yeah.
They're good biscuits too.
Huh.
I had to text her and tell her to make sure he checked on the dog. And he's like,
Does Judy ever make the gravy and stuff, or?
We cook steak, and she'll do the steak, and I'll do the gravy, and Buddy did the biscuits.
Oh,
We used to.
you
cook
used
that.
to be a little team, yeah.
Yeah, we used to.
Darren said,
Have you domesticated him yet?
Yeah, I know. That's cookie.
yeah, he's sloppy.
It's thickened enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it thick enough. I don't want it too thin.
Do you have it at medium heat? Is that what you're doing?
See, this thing
Oh, that-
is
it's
popping,
burning.
and I had her to come over here and fix
Because you
it.
thought it was too
kept
hot.
popping, and I burnt the sausage. Now see, it's getting thicker. I hope it's not gonna be thin. I hope it's not gonna be thin.
Do we
y'all.
need? You want us to wash this out?
No, that's fine.
It is
I'm
okay?
gonna pour it
Okay.
back
She's
in
gonna
there.
pour it back
Just
in
had
there.
milk in it.
Yeah.
So let me see if it'll get a little bit thicker. Because usually when you pour it up, it gets thicker sometimes. If you pour it up and let it set a little bit. Because I used to help them at church. We'd do breakfast and
Oh,
we'd
for
do
everybody?
gravy, yes. And
That's a lot of gravy to make
yeah,
for
that's a
everybody.
lot of gravy to feed people. But I learned that helping this lady that cooks.
Did Mama make you guys biscuits and gravy every morning when
She
you were
did.
growing
Yes,
up,
she
or
did.
just
she,
on
she
the
got
weekends?
up, we were building that house and we lived out in this garage and had a kitchen behind, and she'd get up and go back there in that kitchen and cook us breakfast. They killed hogs and she'd fix us fresh meat and everything.
Every morning though, like this? She
Every
just
morning she cooked us. And then when we had the old house, we had this big old stove. I remember sitting behind it, and she cooked on that stove, and then she would go to the field during the day, and she'd put her food up in this warmer at the top, save us to come in for we'd eat lunch. See, it's not going to get real thick. This is what bothers me, because I don't know. I guess
That's a big skillet there, that one you got.
Yeah. That's why you have to work with it, and I don't think it's going to get thick enough. We let it set a minute. There's some sausage in there.
What did Mama use to make her biscuits? Was that Bisquick? that
She had a
made
great
those?
big old board, wooden board. That she put her flour in there, and she used shortening. She'd take that shortening and work it up, and keep playing with it, and she'd pour her milk and or whatever in there, and then make her biscuits.
Would she make those every morning
Yeah,
too?
she made biscuits. Yes, she always.
Would she just keep them for dinner as well, or she'd make them again for dinner? Is it burning too fast?
Yeah, it's gonna boil.
She's already on her way back to her. She had met, they gave her
I
an
think maybe it's gonna get thicker though. She never would roll hers out and use a cutter like I did when I make mine.
She just did them by
take
hand.
that little ball and she'd get that little ball and put it in her hand and make it, pat it out and put it in the pan. That's where Jim watched her and he thought everybody's supposed to do that.
Right, yeah.
I said, Jim, I'm not my mama.
Well, he used to think you were the only one that knew how to make the biscuits.
Well, Bonnie cooked. She cooked all the time.
Yeah.
I said, Jim, when you get up and move to the city, all you do, you go
You go get
you
your
don't do
grand's
stuff like
biscuit,
that. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I think it's so hard to try to replicate it, but if she'd been making them all her life and she just had it down and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and roll it up and...
Well, it might